First of all, let's have a look at the symbol used to represent bass clef. It belongs on a line, and it's an easy symbol to draw. You start with a blob, and you draw the beginnings of a circle from that blob, and then you come around to the right hand side, and then you kind of continue that angle down towards the left. Maybe that's a bit more like it. And then you put a little dot either side of that line. And like all clefs, the whole point of this symbol is to identify a particular note. And this is identifying the note F on this line. So in the context of a complete 5-line stave, the line that we're identifying as F is this one, the second top line. So you draw your symbol here, and this is the F line. So any notes on that line are an F of some kind. If we count back down the clef, we can work out all the other notes that live on lines. So F on the line, E on the space, D on the line, C in the space, B on the line, A in the space, and G on the line. And of course we can keep going. Below this line in this space here underneath the clef will be F. And if we introduce a ledger line, that would give us an E. And so I'll just draw a note E there. And of course you can carry on. Below that line would be a D, and then on the next line would be a C. If we continue up from our marked out F point, up to the next space would be G, and then the top line would be A. And above the A line on this space here would be a B, and then we can introduce our first ledger line, which would be C. This is middle C. So middle C is the note that is right in between the bass and treble clef, and it's also the C in the middle of our piano keyboard. So let's just draw in our treble clef so we can see the whole picture. Treble clef is also known as G clef because it identifies the G line here. So if this is G, F is in the space, E is on the line, D is in the space, and again, the first ledger line that we come to under treble clef is also middle C. And another thing you might see the bass clef being used specifically for low instruments. So low sounding instruments like double bass, bassoon, or even cello, although the cello has a bigger register and might actually use both clefs. Most instruments that use both clefs most of the time, you will see these clefs bracketed together. So any keyboard instrument, a piano, a harpsichord, and they will read both of these clefs simultaneously. And they really see it as just one big clef because the notes just continue up. If you keep counting up, then, you know, it makes perfect sense really. You just go up, every line and every space is a different note name. But if you're playing specifically a low instrument, a low sounding instrument, most of your reading life you'll be dealing with notes on the clef or perhaps a couple of ledger lines above or below the bass clef.